Welcome to Cyber Espresso Podcast, your quick shot of cybersecurity insights with industry leaders. I welcome today's guest, Saikat Asaduzzaman, Senior Manager, Cybersecurity Operations Center at BMO. Saikat, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you, Murat. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure, Saikat. Saikat, AI is everywhere with benefits and all the concerns that we are hearing. What safeguards can organizations implement to stay ahead of AI-powered, AI-driven cyber threats?
So AI is an interesting thing. It's a two-sided sword, I would say. So AI can be good for us, AI can be bad for us. So from the defensive point of view, the way company can actually stop AI for exfiltration or with any kind of issues they might have is to have a proper safeguard of what are we uh, giving to the AI. So AI could be AI could be anything. It could be your prompt engineering. It could be uploading a document to AI. It could be anything like that. So the
Mhm.
best guard would be to actually make sure that how are we making sure that all the information that we're sharing with AI are done
Mhm.
properly.
Okay. Okay. So it's all about the process,
You're right.
what you're saying. Perfect. So in your current role, as one of the leaders for the Security Operations Center, so how you adapt your defense strategies against AI? Uh, like, is it even possible? Because at a certain point, it is unknown, the capabilities or the threats.
Right.
So how do you manage, or how do you enhance that resilience for you and for your team?
Yeah. For the initial part of the AI launch, we were trying to actually avoid AI and making sure
Okay.
nobody's going to use AI. But the
Uh-huh.
shift has been changed. Now it's more how can we use AI to fight bad guys who are using AI? I think that's
Okay.
the way to go. So we are using AI for multiple things. We're using AI to enhance our own workload. We're using AI to sift through lots of logs, lots of data to make sure we're finding the bad things, the needle from the haystack. So those kind
Mm-hmm.
of things we can be done with AI in very fast pace. So yes, we, as I mentioned, we were avoiding AI for some time, but now we are fighting the bad guys with AI.
Correct. I think it's the time we'll live. We cannot avoid AI because it's the technology, but we need to find a way to get the benefit out of it. But you're absolutely right. Operational efficiency and productivity, uh, you need to depend on AI. Just changing the course of the conversation. I know you're a John's professor at George Brown
Yeah.
and currently teaching ethical hacking. I think you're doing it for over 7 years now.
Yes.
Maybe different topics, but basically with the George Brown. What is your take on today's job market in cybersecurity for the recent graduates? Are enterprise rising? It is much easier, difficult?
Now the question is I'm in Canada, so our job market in Canada, especially in Toronto, is a little bit different than in the US. US is
Mhm.
a different story. Different state of the US have different level of job uh, occupancies out there. But in Canada, especially in Canadian market, a Toronto market, there are jobs, but the question is do we have enough people to actually work for the jobs? So I
Mhm.
have I'm looking for the people all the time. We're looking for people contractors. We're looking for full-time employees. But whenever we are actually applying for the job, we are actually recruiting somebody. Uh, Applications are there 200 300 applications, but the real people, like the person who
Mhm.
actually knows the work, it is very hard to find.
Okay, so that puts the responsibility on the universities, colleges, or the companies like BMO. Like you need to be your own academy.
I would say both sides, to be honest. So from the company point of view, let's say from the employer's point of view, we are not actually publishing what actually we're looking for.
Hmm.
If you see all the job description, you will see that the job descriptions are actually talking about multiple things. They're looking for A, B, and C, which is not possible in one domain. So
Yes.
that's the market because the jobs were actually created by the job postings were created by HR people who probably don't have the idea of what the company is looking for. So we are trying to break that barrier now. Like the job post that we have, we are trying to write it ourselves. So
Mm-hmm.
the employees will know, the candidates will actually know what we are looking for. So most of the companies should be like very open on the job market, like what they're looking for, and also the amount of the salary. The salary should be like mentioned, like or at least a range should be mentioned, that what is the hiring range for a particular job. So that's from the employer point of view. And from the college point of view, where we are actually making those people to take those jobs, we have to be also very, very practical, and we should be like avoiding. Uh, so cybersecurity is, there are theories. You need to have the base knowledge, and then you need to have the practical knowledge. Most of the courses out there in colleges in Canada or in the US, the courses are very heavily on the theory part and not on the practical part. So I
Gotcha.
would say like the theories are important, like 30% probably, but 70% should be hands-on, and the colleges should allow the students to work with logs, work with SIEM tools, SOAR tools, with ethical hacking tools and stuff like that, and
Mm-hmm.
and learn from doing it.
Yeah, I think they should incorporate more internship so they will gain this practical experience. That's what you are saying, right?
Also, that yeah, internship would be nicer, but one problem with internship in cybersecurity is, if you are hiring an intern, you don't want to give them too much responsibilities because they're intern and you have
Right.
the risk of screwing things up.
Okay.
So that's one of the biggest challenge we face every day.
Yeah, I got it. So, Saket, thank you very much for this lovely conversation. So, I am hoping that I will roast with cross and we will talk on other topics, but I appreciate your availability and spending some time to be in our podcast.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.
Take care. Ciao.
Okay, take care. Bye bye.